Yo, what's up, everyone? This is episode 115 of the Blrd podcast. As always, we have Green Tuner,
Hello.
Creamcast, hello, Dark Side,
Yo. Respectfully.
and myself, the Ed Underground, best in the world,
Oh, there he is.
Baby. How are you guys doing?
Shoinks.
What?
That's you.
Yeah, that is more accurately you. Now, we are missing the Creamcast here, as people can see. Hopefully, you can see.
I can see him.
And we're also streaming on the backup failsafe with the help of Creamcast. Since he's not here to help us, it just shows you how much one man is important. To
How much would depend on one person?
Yeah, how much we do. And the Ed Underground is just
Amazing.
He's there for
Now,
us.
don't be surprised if this episode mysteriously never makes it anywhere outside of Twitch.
Wait a minute.
This may be one of the limited edition episodes.
Just like the first 30 episodes.
Yeah.
Wait, first 30? What do you hold on? It was the first episode.
There is a level of quality that we may be returning to the early days, the dark ages.
Yeah, if there's anything that we can say is we always maintain.
Yeah.
We are in a constant state of maintaining.
We know where our roots are. We go back to our roots every now and then, just to keep us fresh, just to keep us lively. But yeah, the Creamcast is not here with us this episode, but he is with us in spirit. Now, I noticed at Underground that you put a picture of yourself in the image of Creamcast. Why did you do that? Now, is that like, we know you want to be him, but
completely false. So for that is a very bright young.
For those of us listening, real quick, you put a
bright young boy.
Robin.
Yeah.
That,
of Creepcast.
I don't know about that. The reality is that we know that's not the reality there.
Oh, it is definitely the reality.
Okay.
Some just don't accept it, but.
Is that an artistic decision? Why'd you choose that particular image?
Well, I mean, I may have chosen the clothing, but it is definitely Creamcast's very, very artistic decision to wear that very joyfully and proudly. So,
well,
yes.
It is in theme with today's episode. We are celebrating the final week of Batman History Month, our annual celebration, BHM, where we reflect the important contributions of Batman's contribution to our culture and our history, the rich history of Batman, like peanut butter and
Wait a minute. I'm laughing at two things here.
I think Batman raced Nazis in the Olympics one time and won. So
what?
Well, remember when Batman was in
there.
the marches with Dr. King?
True.
Yeah, so he was
What?
there.
I mean, he goes back. He was essential to history. We just
He
wanted
was.
to reflect on that time. So that's why we celebrate Batman History Month. Now, we celebrated what was the first week. We did Under the Red Hood. We looked at that movie. And the second week, we did Son of Batman. So the theme has been Robins. The theme has been all the different Robins in history. And this episode, we're going to be covering, we'll get to it. We'll be covering the death in the family. And we'll get to that because there's a little bit of an issue with that. Something I didn't know about when we originally agreed to review that. So we'll get to it. But let's just start with the week. How you guys been this week?
Despite unfortunate headaches, I've been pretty good. I kind of swamped with work right now, but I'm getting that done.
Ed has more headaches than Nancy Gribble. I have no idea what's going on with Ed's head where he's
Sinus.
always like bedridden.
It's been a
And
week
it
and a
takes
half.
a Native American man to make him feel better.
These are
Wait,
deep
what?
cut King of the Hill jokes that may or may not land.
What
But
in
yeah,
the
and
world?
yeah, you've been under the weather, as is indicated by our lack of thumbnails for the last 3 episodes. We
I
hope
got
to
some
get.
good news in the midst of all this,
Shoot.
though.
You got the
Speaking of
thumbnails?
weather,
You got the thumbnails?
No, not the thumbnails, no.
Oh, okay.
But I have been live streaming a WWE watch party and an AEW watch party, and the live streams don't. Hold on. This is
wait,
good.
how
This is
is
good.
good news.
Because in the midst of that, I've been uploading it to YouTube, and I'm currently, as of this episode, I'm at 70 subscribers on YouTube.
All right. Well, I mean, we could give Ed a round of applause for that one. Good job, Ed.
I went from 0 to 70, so
Look, you got your niche. You got your wrestling. People like that. I think you should do. So, I mean, why don't you do more wrestling content on your channel? Why don't you do WWE video games on your channel?
well, I'm going to do more content, but I'm not going to do WWE video games. I'm going to
Why not?
do
Seems like 1 and 1.
well. For one, you got to buy the game for that. I don't own the game,
Ah.
but in the midst of that, I'm going to do predictions. Right now, there's going to be a WrestleMania that's coming up. So I'm going to do predictions on that. Who's going to win? Who's not going to win? What's going to happen? What may not happen. Also, not reviews daily, but reviews of like the pay-per-views. So that's been stirring up in my mind. If you can smell what I'm cooking,
No, yeah, nobody can smell what you're cooking. However,
he just don't like my cooking. Predictions.
Creamcast is still with us in the chat. Thank you, Creamcast, for being here. And he wants to know where the damn thumbnails are too. So we all do. Wanted to call that out in public here, just make sure everyone knows why the drop in quality was happening.
I'm one man.
Yeah, he's one man, and he's had a sinus infection for 2, possibly 3 weeks. But he's got time to stream WWE content to all of his followers. So tune in to subscribe to the Ed Underground. He's got great stuff going on over there.
Heck yeah.
I talked about, and I'll bring it up every damn episode till it happens, but I want to go to a WWE event, and I put in the chat, there's Monday Night Raw is coming to the, was it Rosemont?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, Rosemont. And you guys have been, right, before?
Yes.
Yeah,
back when it was
Okay.
back when it was not so pricey.
Yeah, so that's what I was gonna bring up. I looked it up, and it was starting at $90. Am I looking at the wrong thing, or
look,
that's the?
You're looking at the
Ed and I went back when they had good old redneck pricing. Now they have like hipster pricing. So it's
yeah.
It's now it's moving up in the world, I guess.
I guess.
So
is it because the possibility of The Rock and Batista popping in at any time?
Batista?
It has to be that.
I don't know. I'm
It
just
has to
throwing
be.
I mean, that is possible.
It has to be that people are like, oh shit, we're gonna see all the WrestleMania people before WrestleMania.
That is possible.
When, for those of us who are not wrestling heads, like you both are, when is WrestleMania?
The exact day I can't recall, but it's in April. It could be the first week or second week of April.
So we're very close then.
We are. So it's called
yeah.
WrestleMania season. But
the season right now is WrestleMania season.
yeah, the road to WrestleMania.
I hate that crap. Now that they do.
I know.
Now it's no longer like it's no longer like episodes or whatever. Now it's like seasons. It's broken down into seasons.
Yeah.
Like a reality TV show or just like a regular TV show.
So it's like a series of episodes, though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But instead of it being like in the old days where it was just shows, it wasn't, like, oh, let me watch season 4, episode 15.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like wrestling events. But yeah, now it's the new season. Let me see what it says here. It will be April 6th and 7th at the Lincoln Financial Center in Philly.
Philly.
Yep.
April is shaping up. I was looking at our geek schedule, guys, and of the things that we cover. March is pretty full of stuff we're going to be visiting and reviewing on the show. But April, you got like, we could do something on WrestleMania. I'd like to maybe we do a WrestleMania episode. I don't know.
Oh, that'd be sweet.
We'll see what Creamcast thinks. And
you're in luck because I was actually thinking about doing a WrestleMania watch party.
well, you could still do that. I'm saying we could probably review WrestleMania. I'd be down to do that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still reviewing WrestleMania. I'm just saying.
No offense, but there's no how WrestleMania is like 6 hours long, right? I'm not doing
Probably.
This. Yeah,
and it's 2 days, buddy.
Yeah, 2 days.
Yeah, no
Saturday and Sunday.
Yeah.
Send me the clip highlights on YouTube, 30-second spot, and then I'll review that. But what I'm saying is, if we do Monday Night Raw leading up to WrestleMania, doesn't it mean that it's a more exciting Monday Night Raw? Because things will be happening, right?
Possibly. I mean, it can go both ways because it is going to be WrestleMania. You don't want your main attractions to get injured. So
okay. I see.
No, it can go both ways. It can go both ways. I mean, Cody Rhodes did challenge The Rock, so that might happen before WrestleMania.
So Bret the Hitman Hart is even rumored to come back, according to Creamcast here. Now, is that confirmed?
Sounds like fake news.
Well, I have it on really good authority that may be happening. So
I don't know. I mean, the source is very, very fishy. So I don't.
All right. Well, I mean, like I said, I'm down for it. It is pricey. Like I said, the seats were starting at $90. So like,
yeah, and 90 is for like crap seats.
Yeah,
really?
Like up in the rafters. Yeah.
Yeah. So when
no, believe me, we're just as surprised
I thought
as
it
you
was
are because
okay.
No, when we went, we had how much did we pay? Like
we pay like maybe
I know
$50.
Everything goes up in value, obviously. So also we gotta account for inflation, but it still seems pretty pricey. But I remember we paid like $50, right?
Yeah, and we got really good seats.
Like near the entrance ramp, so we saw all the wrestlers like come down and everything. Even
we saw our boy or whatever,
the big shitter himself. Man, we actually saw.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and back then
we saw the whole family.
He was a fucking creep. We were cheering for him.
Yeah, there's a video of us somewhere out there cheering for.
Like, yeah, shit on me, man.
Oh wow!
And you didn't even know at that time. It's just weird.
Yeah, I was just.
We didn't know.
Things.
Wow. Okay.
We also saw Vince McMahon, Shane McMahon, and Stephanie McMahon. That's rare to see them all three.
We saw them all on the one show we went to. It was just nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So wait. Okay. So what about AEW? Is that cheaper?
The one I went to was cheaper, and it could be. But I don't know when they're coming here next.
Well, all right. Well, like I said, I
would much rather go to an AEW show than WWE show, to be honest.
Yeah, AEW does have more action. So WWE is known for being called sports entertainment. Keyword entertainment. It's more entertainment than wrestling.
Soap opera heavy.
Yeah.
And AEW is more show heavy.
Pro wrestling, yeah.
More pro wrestling. So I think we'll have more fun going to a AEW show because you'll get to see more exciting matches instead of having to, watch a bunch of storylines.
Yeah, and people talking on the mic for not just that. Entrances that could take 10 minutes for one person.
Yeah.
Now, I'm highly interested in micro wrestling. Is that around here? Is that only on?
Wow.
Oh my God, dude! You and
where is that?
Both.
Where is that?
Nothing like seeing a little tombstone.
Oh.
Dark Knight brings up a really good point. Sometimes you gotta support like the family businesses and indie industries. So why don't we just go to like a backyard wrestling match?
Yeah.
Like $5 or something.
Sure. Yeah. I haven't been to one of those in a while.
We can legit watch someone die. I mean, there's a good chance we'll see someone lose their life in front of us.
Or an arm.
It's the American way.
And if you're lucky enough, you could even be in the match yourself. I mean,
Yeah.
Oh, you get the audience members get pulled in. Is that what you're saying?
it does
Didn't I
happen.
show you guys the video of the backyard wrestling match where one of the spots was someone was gonna get run over by a car, but the guy driving the car hit the other guy a little too hard. Did I ever show you guys that video?
No, no.
I think I've seen this
Let me
video.
guess.
Yeah,
Let me guess.
it
Let
was
me use
like-
my powers. Was this a backyard wrestling in
Of
the
course, baby. You know
Yes.
in the South, perhaps?
The accent would. hit
Wait,
towards that,
you mean
Yeah.
Ohio?
And I'm not taking anything away. I'm just saying that the certain geography of the United States takes the backyard wrestling very seriously, and they push themselves very hard. And it just seems to be. From the
Let's
little bit
say
of
if
information I
the
have.
mobile home to built
Yes.
into the ground
Yes.
home
Yeah.
ratio
Yes.
is on the higher level,
Yes.
then that's
yes.
where you get your pockets of wrestling fans.
There you
Wow.
go.
Yeah, so well, at least back in the day. Now it seems like it's all high and tidy. If they're trying to charge $100 for like the worst seats ever.
Yeah, if they're
Well,
charging $100, then I don't know. That's
Yeah, it could be regular inflation. I know another thing in April that we're looking forward to is C2E2 here in Chicago. I think it's late April or early the following month. I'm not sure, but it's coming up too, and I know the pricing for that has gone up. Like every year, it's a little bit of a wallet shock. So maybe it's just inflation. Everyone's feeling it, even the wrestling fans. So it was just a shock for me when I pulled up the pricing. I didn't know if that was I'm not looking in the right spot. I'm looking in the box seats, or that's
oh no. So you're looking at the all the way up seats, but that's the lowest pricing. When we went, we had next to the entrance, and it was like $50. Surprisingly,
Okay.
I mean, to be honest, I still might go, even if it's like the 91s, just for my channel. Maybe.
Well, hey, if you go, let me know. I'd probably go with you just so I can experience it, because I am curious to experience it.
I'll definitely let you know then. It'll definitely be an experience.
Okay. All right. But any other news? You guys happenings?
Oh
that you guys wanna
yeah,
talk
I
about?
was saying, how about a tornado, eh?
Yeah, last night.
The
Last night.
touchdown near O'Hare, right?
Was it O'Hare?
Yeah, there's like a photo. It touched down near O'Hare.
I saw the photo, but I didn't think it was
Alright,
It
O'Hare.
touched down somewhere, but it touched down. So,
Okay, yeah, last night for us in the Chicagoland area, we were greeted with like the end of days. The sky basically opening up, and God put on a light show, and
Oh my!
my neighbor sent me a picture of a piece of hail straight up like the size of a baseball. So and I heard it. And I was like, thank God my car was in the garage, but but I could hear it dinging off the sides of buildings nearby. But so I didn't know that there was a tornado coming down.
It
Yeah.
was, yeah.
There was, because like we got the warning on the phones and everything, like so we just went into like like a safe spot, and then like all we heard outside was like thunder, rumbling, the tornado watch sirens, and the wind and hail just smashing against our roof.
Oh yeah.
It literally was like the fucking end of days.
Damn.
Like just hearing like madness going on outside all at once.
Okay, I was present, but I was not aware of how bad it was, because I was like, I got the thing, the warning, and I went back to whatever I was looking at on my phone, and that was that. Yeah, it really didn't. I didn't notice it, but yeah, I heard a lot about it. And like I said, got a lot of feedback. That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was driving in half of that before the tornado or whatever. I made it home safely though, as you see.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's getting warmer. The weather's getting nicer. This stuff's gonna happen. I mean, in the afternoon, it felt really nice out. And as it got darker, I didn't know what was gonna happen, but I was like, yeah, that makes total sense. If a tornado's coming down here.
Yeah, going from that warm to that cold.
Yeah, it was a
Yep.
real big turnaround. But I'll take it over the damn cold, because it's down to 28 degrees again today. Anything else?
PlayStation apparently.
Yeah, we got some news we could talk about here. So Sony I mean, we know Microsoft had some layoffs. Was it last week or was it a week before? They announced some layoffs around when we were talking about them doing all their craziness
Maybe
with
2 weeks
their
ago.
maybe 2 weeks ago. So I mean, the layoffs keep coming for the gaming industry. Sony announced 900 staff layoffs, and they closed one of their London studios down. And then EA laid off 670 workers, and said what EA said was even more interesting. They said they're moving away from future licensed IP. So, and like the licensed IP that they currently have, like I'm just looking at an IGN article here. Star Wars, Marvel games, like Black Panther and Iron Man, which are in development. And apparently, they also announced that they're canceling a Star Wars game, like an FPS Star Wars game that I think Respawn Entertainment was working on. So this is pretty huge
Yeah,
that all of these things are happening.
why is all this happening? It's like,
Well, so like the talk has been generally that there was overhiring that was done during the pandemic. Um, um, that they are now paying for when or they're going to have to cut back jobs in order to compensate for. So that has been the general consensus. But like all these like major studios are putting out all kinds of weird excuses on why they're doing it, and I think that like the IGN article I'm reading says like it's very early in the year when they're doing this, so it's kind of a bad sign of what's coming the rest of the year. So I don't know what this is going to look like if they're tightening the belt. Obviously, it's something to do with their profits and whatever outlooks they have. I know Sony doesn't have a lot of major exclusives set to launch this year. I could be wrong, but I think they don't have anything for this year. I think they started the year out very strong. I mean, Helldivers, I think, is doing really good for them right now.
yeah,
And they got Final Fantasy, which they're both highly rated games. But the rest of the year, I have no idea. I don't think they have any exclusives at all. So, and EA is another major giant. So if you have EA, Microsoft, and Sony all pretty much saying that they're cutting major parts of their workforce, I don't know what this means for the rest of the year. I kind of wish there's one of those situations where I wish Creamcast was around. I know he has some insight on these things, but
maybe.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, what is your insight at Underground?
My insight
Yeah.
is if PlayStation and Sony is doing so well and so hot, why they gotta lay off people?
I agree. I mean, I agree. Well, I mean, okay, so Sony laying off people. Okay, Sony's not at the level of power that Microsoft is at. So why is
Correct.
Microsoft laying
Yeah.
off people when they're spending billions of dollars acquiring other, you know,
Mm-hmm.
major IP? So
IPs and
Sony
things.
didn't
Yeah.
acquire any IP. And then EA is a massive corporation. I mean,
Yep.
like they have rights to things that, I think Sony can only dream about. So, I mean, here's the thing: Sony, of all these groups that I mentioned, Sony's highly successful, right? They've had successful
Mm-hmm.
games, they've had good years, console sales are good.
That's why
Spider-Man
it's just
2
all
did.
battling. Like,
I agree. I agree. Spider-Man 2 did great. And why is Insomniac experiencing cuts? Why are they, Naughty Dog is their like flagship studio. Why is that getting like so I mean obviously we don't know like the internals on these issues, but I'm sure it has more to do with them saving money as a corporation than it has any kind of realistic like um, longevity of projects or creative decisions like that. I think it's more just them saving a buck in the long run. And maybe also games are now $70, right?
heck yeah.
Games are now $70, and that's
Yeah.
become normalized. That's Are Switch games $70? Can anyone
You
know
know
this?
what? I haven't bought a Switch game in a long
Um.
time. I think it's 60.
I
Probably
want
would be right.
I think the last game I bought from Nintendo was Zelda, the
Nintendo
Zelda
has
2.
no excuse to jump. Yeah, Zelda Tears of the King. No, Tears of the Kingdom.
Was it
Well,
70?
Ed, are you looking it up?
Yeah, I'm trying to find it now.
Okay, Tears of the Kingdom. Let's see if it's 70. But like they have no excuse to go to $70 other than just to move just to go with the industry. But they don't. They're not bringing anything new to the table now. When they migrate to Switch 2,
Oh,
they
wow.
can what?
It is
70?
70. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. So that's just them trying to stay with the industry, but like you don't really like I don't understand that. I really don't understand. I know it's like a profit issue and then they just want to keep making their profit margin and
Where's it 70?
I just Googled it, and the first thing that came up was IGN pricing it at $70.
Oh, okay.
Now
And I'm also going to the actual Nintendo site too, just to confirm
Yeah,
it.
because that's what I was trying to. Because I looked at the.
Now, are you looking at a used? I'm looking at a new.
just
I'm
look at
trying.
new.
That's what I'm trying to determine.
Yeah.
I'm trying to determine.
I believe it's at 70 because like I mean like I said they're because it's a value proposition too. They want to make sure that people understand that their top tier title is at the same value as another top tier title, so it doesn't feel like it's a diminished product. So I'm sure it's um, uh, like an optic thing too for
Well,
them. But
I'm on the official Nintendo website. It says The Legend of Zelda: Tears of the Kingdom, $69.99. Nintendo
Dreamcast
Switch.
confirmed $70 in the chat. New.
There you go.
So, yeah, I mean, I don't know. So hopefully it's not a harbinger of bad news for the gaming industry. I know that they've a lot of studios are coming off of some challenging projects. Suicide Squad, which
Oh
Warner
god.
Brothers has admitted is a failure in an official statement. Like, I think they said WB Montreal said they said it has fallen short of our expectations. Warner Brothers has said so. It's a weird acknowledgement. They usually don't acknowledge these things. On the other side of the same argument, Ubisoft is saying Skull and Bones is like they're like Ed in denial with Game Pass. They're saying Skull and
What?
Bones is doing fine. When asked how
Oh
Skull and
no.
Bones was doing,
It's doing terrible.
I know, but much like you and Game Pass, Ubisoft is saying, "Hey, things are great. Everything is fine with Skull and Bones."
Game Pass is doing good.
Oh yeah, it's doing
Yeah,
great.
it
I'm
is.
sure
It is.
It's doing great. We know
Oh, it is.
but yeah, no, I'm just saying the reality is that might not be so great for Scum. So like, there's a lot of big projects out there that are tanking, just because gamers aren't buying into this stuff.
Well, it's a little bit more than that, but
no, it's not more than that.
Yes, it
just
is.
it's just bad games.
No, there is bad games. So Suicide Squad. So the original team behind the Arkham games, the trilogy, which is perfection, absolute perfection. That same team that did that game is not doing the Kill the Justice League game. That whole team is gone.
WB Montreal. It's a different team.
No, it's Rocksteady.
Yeah,
No, it's Rocksteady.
Oh, it's Rocksteady. You're right.
It's Rocksteady. Yeah, but
I was thinking of another major disaster for them was Gotham Knights. Same.
Oh god.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry.
I forgot about that.
Well, from what I'm hearing,
Yeah,
Gotham Knights is better than the Suicide Squad Kill the Justice League.
I would highly debate
Have you played
that.
the Suicide versus the Justice League?
I am not, because I'm not spending $100 on that game.
No, I'm just wondering because I'm like, man, I kind of want to see how bad it is,
Well,
but I don't want to spend the money for it.
Well, here's how bad it is. Now, this is not currently. I think this is 2 days ago. 2 days ago, there was 968 players on Steam playing Justice League or Kill the Justice League on Steam.
That's bad.
That's really bad.
That's not Killer Instinct bad, but that's pretty bad.
Wait, hold on. Hey,
Right.
Killer Instinct got an update.
I forgot about the update. Well, too bad Creamcast not here to tell us what the live
true.
numbers look like on.
Hey,
Killer
it's
Instinct, but
KI's more daily than but
sure.
it's so bad that people who said the game sucks went back to the Arkham game, which I'm actually thinking about playing the Arkham game myself, which is on Game Pass, by the way. Just a small plug. But
which Arkham game you talking about? Arkham Knight?
see, that's the thing. Do I want to start from the beginning or do I want to go to Arkham Knight? Because they're all good. They're all good.
Well, I mean, okay, so if you look at Gotham Knights and you look at Suicide Squad, what do they have in common? Both of their failures. They're
Mechanics.
Mechanics and like the type of game they are, the games as a service. And they're in that model where they want you to be always online doing your dailies like Destiny, except it's like almost an artificial, unearned. It almost seems like I say it's one of those things that we're gonna have to wait for. Time is gonna pass, and the story of the Suicide Squad game will be told, like Kotaku or someone. Jason Schreier will do an exclusive,
Yeah.
and we'll find out who fucked up that game, because it seems like that game at one point would have been a good game, and somebody, probably an executive at some point, said,
Yeah, they're
"No,
like,
let's
let's
make
do a
it."
Fortnite.
Yeah, let's make it a games as a service so we can keep milking this baby. Like, how do we make it so that it's in seasons and it keeps coming out, and people, how do we keep people engaged? And somebody at some point said, well, that's not, the game. We're trying to tell a story that's complete ending. And somebody fucked it up at some point. Too many cooks in the kitchen, whatever it was. But same story as Gotham Knights. I mean, like, and what was a game from the Avengers game from Crystal Dynamics? Same issue.
Same
People don't
issue.
want
Yeah.
that. People don't want that stuff. So
Funny thing, and this is for those who want to research later. Look up Sweet Baby. They're helping out with Suicide Squad, and they also helped out with the Avengers. Both games trash. Helped out by the same company. That's some homework for later for those listening. But yeah, look, it's called Sweet Baby. That's the company. But
right,
there you
we'll
go.
look it up.
That's homework.
I'm rolling my eyes at this because I potentially have an idea where this is going. So
Homework. That's awesome.
that's homework. But yeah, games as a service. People don't like them. I know.
Well,
when it works, it works. When it's good, it's good. With the games that are built around it from the ground up, like Destiny, like
yes.
Is Fortnite considered that?
I would say yeah. That's what I was going to say. Like exactly, Destiny and Fortnite, and maybe even Halo. Maybe Halo Infinite. Like those are working. But it's the way that the Justice League has done this game. It's the mechanics, and it actually took longer to make this game than it did Arkham. All the Arkhams put together, which is pretty bad. And it took, I think, 7-8 years for them to create this game, and it's just trash. I haven't played the game. I don't want to spend $70 to $100 playing this game. I did look at many streams on Twitch, and a lot of people are saying the same exact thing. This game is just the same copy and paste. Kill this purple slime dot on the helicopter or on one of the aliens. It's just copy and paste. It's like there's no creativity behind it, and all the characters are pretty much the same, jumping around the city with some kind of like super jump power that they have.
Well, I mean, it's like right from the get-go, you have characters that are the Suicide Squad characters, and you're giving. Why does King Shark have a gun?
Exactly. Why
does Captain Boomerang have a gun and not boomerangs?
Yes.
Now, I haven't played the game. Maybe he has boomerangs. I don't know. But
no, he does, but guns.
I know. But like every character, every character has guns, and clearly they are skinning a different game onto the IP that they currently have access on.
Yep.
And like I said, it's a very good studio. We're singing the praises of Rocksteady. There's talent still in that studio. There's experience in that studio. But
no, false. Hold up. No. I gotta pause right there. Everyone behind Rocksteady that did the Arkham trilogy, which was a masterpiece, is not at this Rocksteady. This is a whole different new Rocksteady. Not one person.
I still stand by what I said. There's talent there because they can make. I can't make a video game. So there's talented people who work there. There's artists. There's designers. There's people who work there that have talent. You know what I mean? It's what you're guided to make. I mean,
have you seen the Joker?
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I've seen the Joker. It's terrible. But like I said, it's not a
That's the talent there.
It's not a collective decision, though. You understand how video games are made. It's not a collective They don't get together and they vote. All right, we all agree that this is the Joker design. Everyone's like, yay. No, it's led by people who make decisions.
But someone has to green like that. Like, so I've never made a video game. Hold on.
You can't put that on the entire team. You absolutely can't.
You kind of can.
No, you can't.
I mean,
Because nobody makes that. Nobody at the bottom designing
Yeah, like
the
what?
designing the
How
game
is it the
mechanic
guy
is
that's
not
designing levels? How is it his fault that they
stupid.
made the
well, no,
joke
I get
everywhere?
what you're saying, but everything starts from a base of something. Like, let's take Halo for example. Halo is no, not Halo. I'm thinking of Gears of War. Gears of War. It's dark. It's gritty. It's bloody. It's violent. But it's not just the characters. It's also the level design. It's also the clouds. It's also um the weapons that you pick up. Someone's behind all those things, but someone has
It's not
to.
one person. It's
No, it's
multiple
not. No,
people.
you're correct. It's not one person. It's multiple
Yeah,
people. But
yeah,
those multiple people have to talk to each other. Like say, hey,
yeah.
make this.
They could talk to each other, but it's run through a creative leadership team that
Hmm.
Yeah,
takes all these designs and say no, yes, no, yes,
Yeah,
and they put something together. That is where the problem is.
yeah. But
yeah.
collectively, you have to greenlight that thing too. It can't just be like,
All right,
okay,
Ed, you're
here.
going really far to shit on a lot of very hardworking people, and I'm
I was
just
gonna.
saying these
Okay,
people are losing their jobs left
so
and
I
right.
I'm
again,
just saying.
how
Take it
it
easy on the devs.
yeah, it's not. That's why they have like creative directors or whatever, because
Yeah,
what they say is what you have to do, and if you don't do it, you can go work somewhere else. No one's gonna
like any job.
fucking put their families well-being above, like, oh, I gotta stand up to this guy and tell him that Batman doesn't do that.
Hmm. Yeah,
I'm the
exactly. Like any project that you can see, whether it be a movie or video game, television show, anything. It's a collective of people.
yeah.
It's but every person doesn't have a collective say on how that project goes. They just contribute, and there is people at fault, and it's that team that the creative leadership there that have made some bad calls. And honestly, I don't even know if it's their fault. I think it's probably one step above them. It's the people who have no connection to video games and they're just trying to make money. How do
The
we make this
suits.
profitable? Yeah. And here's the thing. This is what I'm saying. I think Rocksteady, there's talented people who work there and they're probably saying, here's a video game. Remember, this game was delayed a,
Yep.
a lot. So I think there was a lot of back and forth from the studio and the people making the game, the people saying, nah, do this so it makes more money, and they're like, it wouldn't work. And then so I think there was a lot of this. Like I said, we won't know the full story, but I think a lot of fuck uppery was happening over at Rocksteady.
Rocksteady.
Same with Gotham Knights. I think I don't know. The Gotham Knights, I would more agree with you. I think that was more of a collective. They thought they were all doing the right thing at the right time, because at that time when they were making that game, games as a service was hot and it was like the future. But like they weren't watching it fall apart in real time. So I don't know. But yeah, I definitely think that there's like genuinely talented people who make these video games, but their decisions and choices, because they know what good looks like, because they play games too. They don't get the end result that they're looking for. So I feel bad for them too. Um, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see if those layoffs, like WB Montreal, are like. I mean, we'll see where they go from there. But it's gonna be a rocky ride for the video game industry for sure. Um, let's just looking to see if there's any other news here. I don't know. You guys have anything specific? That was the major piece.
Yeah, no, I don't think I have anything specific to talk about. Ed?
I was trying to think. There was something
I don't think we missed anything.
about about Justice
Anything
League,
major from the week? I don't think there's anything missed that I'm not thinking of.
The Crow.
The only oh yes, the Crow. Thank you, Ed Underground.
What about the Crow?
Well, the first image of the Crow, I think it was Bill Skarsgård. We were talking about the Crow. We just happened to talk about the Crow like 2 episodes ago or episode
Yeah, not
ago,
too
right?
long ago.
Yeah.
And it just happened that this week, I think they released the official first image of the Crow. And Ed Underground, we need your real time reaction. The Crow, major influence on the Ed Underground. Just look at him, look at the background, look at everything about him. I'm surprised the original 90s Crow movie's not behind him somewhere. Maybe it is. Ed Underground, you're the biggest Crow fan that I can think of. What do you think of this image, this new image of the crow?
I It's a lot of hype there.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me settle down a little bit.
Also, the chat saying where our audios are off at Underground. Can you?
I did
Oh
up
my
it.
goodness,
Okay,
amateur
you are working on
hour.
it.
I did
It
up
is
it.
amateur hour. Remember, Creamcast's not here. He's trying to
Oh
help
my
us out from a
god,
distance.
Cream. The hell?
So
Yeah.
I did
You
up it.
left you left this on less than capable hands.
The
So
inmates, yeah, are running the asylum.
I did up it,
Mm.
and now it's in the red.
Okay. I mean, just do your best. Like I said, it is what it is.
Mm.
Might be a scuffed one, scuffed episode. As long as it makes it out, I'll be happy. I'll take
He'll
it.
make it out.
Right now, my expectations is it's not gonna make it. So
Well, he'll here do this. Do that. Do the hype train again. I'm gonna mute myself. You'll hear me in the Zoom, but I'm gonna mute myself on the stream. So do the hype train again. I'm gonna up my
what hype train? What is he talking about?
the
Hype
crow
train.
hype train.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it is a very unique take on the crow. I'll give it that. I really do
Okay,
want to
you're
get
good.
Ed's reactions on it.
Well,
So
okay.
the audio is
Ed
perfectly fine.
Underground. Let me just let's
Yeah.
give a visual here. So the image
yeah.
came out, and Ed, I think I posted it in our group chat, and Ed
Mhm.
Underground responded with a picture of the Jared Leto Joker from Suicide Squad, and he's pretty
Mhm.
close. That's how.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
what they're going with.
No, that's exactly. I'm back now. That's exactly it. Like when I first saw that image, I was
Yeah.
like, "Who brought Jared Leto in to do the crow?"
Mhm.
Yeah,
That was my
it
first
is-
thought.
You're not wrong. It was very close. Now, the Jared Leto Joker has a lot more cringe tattoo decisions
Yeah.
than the Crow, but the Crow also, I was like, what the hell? Now, it's been a long time since I've seen this movie. Is the Crow all tatted out or something?
No, he is not tatted out.
No.
Okay.
No. He's just your average goth guy.
Sure.
This looks like a Florida rapper. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? This looks like some guy that's like selling cocaine but also rapping at the same time.
Wow.
It's a very cringy take on it, but I mean,
At
Now,
Underground.
I guess
what's
let's
your-
wait
what's
for
your
the
take?
movie.
my take. So I would have been less disappointed
Mhm.
if it was. So there's three crows. There's the first one, which we know. The character's name is Eric Draven.
Yeah.
And then there's a second one with a different character and a different actor for reasons. And there's a third one with a different character and a different actor. Now, this is supposed to be a reboot. This is supposed to be Eric Draven again. So, complete new story, reboot. I would have been less disappointed if it was like a fourth movie with a different character, a different name. They're taking the original Eric Draven and turning it into this, which I'm very disappointed in. I am a fan of Bill Skarsgård, the actor, and I think he's made some good movies, the movies I've seen. This, it looks like it's a bad choice.
He looks like Pennywise.
He does. He looks like it's a mixture of Pennywise and the Joker, and it's
like again, he looks like a fucking dollar store Joker.
Wow.
It's
he does look like a thug for the Joker more than he
oh
does
god,
the
did you see
Crow.
the tattoo on his chest?
Yeah,
Where like one
seen
of
him.
the
I was actually
it's like a
trying to-
face,
Yeah,
and then one of the face's eyeballs is his nipple.
nipple. Yeah,
God.
Yeah, it's fucking strange.
yeah. Like I
Then
said, it's not
He's
as
got
total
a
cringe as the.
caterpillar near his dick, I think. I don't know what kind of tattoo that is. It's all over the place.
It might be the same person, the same designer who did the Jared Leto Joker. They might have said, "Get him."
Then we already know who's Creamcast's next favorite actor.
Oh yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah, he's gonna be like, oh yeah, those 3 minutes of the fucking what's it called? The Crow made him the best version of the Crow ever.
Yeah, Creamcast is going to cream over this movie, basically. It's coming out this year, if it doesn't get delayed, which I really hope it does, in June. So
Yeah, it is supposed to come out this year. That's why we're getting the first images. I never thought long hair on a character is more needed desperately
yes,
than this image of the Crow.
yes.
Yeah.
Wow, like what
It's not just the long hair. It's they're not doing, from what I'm seeing and from what I'm reading, they're not doing the white and black makeup.
It looked like he had white, like his skin looked pale.
No, that's
No,
his face.
That's his face.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's not
what are
makeup.
they
That's his
doing,
face.
What are they doing?
And I did read. So
The only
apparently,
color is the black on his eyes and the fake tattoos.
yeah. So this movie has been shown to people, and the people that have seen it, they're scared.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, I would just say that. So if this movie does come out this year in June, I will see it.
Of course, we'll review it here on the Blrd podcast.
I mean,
Oh God.
Yeah, I'll watch it. Here's the thing. I'm going to give it a fair shot because
Yeah,
everyone said the same
sure.
thing about Aquaman too, and I didn't think it was that bad.
True.
Everyone said it's going to be the worst thing I've ever seen, and I was like, oh my God, what the fuck am I going to
Remember,
walk
we're
into?
making a lot of judgments based on one image, so it could, like, the creative decision could be rock solid, and we're just not seeing how everything works together. It's a good actor. You know, again, every time this stuff like this happens, I always think of Heath Ledger as the Joker, and
I was hyped for that.
I know, but I'm just saying, people, you can't judge. Even when people were like, "Oh, he's a really good actor, he's playing the Joker," you've been like, "Okay." Then when you see the movie, you're like, "Okay," like it's a complete. You're not getting the full performance until you see it. So maybe there's something we're not seeing that we will be blown away on.
I hear what you're
he's
saying.
a really good actor, so
just like the Jared Leto Joker.
Yeah, just like that. Yeah.
You know what? I gave him the same. I gave him, like, it was hard to do.
What the fuck was the big line for the real
really bad.
Oh, really.
I'm not gonna hurt you. I'm not gonna kill you. I'm just gonna. Yeah, that's it. I'm not gonna kill you.
Yeah.
Creamcast would know because that's his favorite Joker of all time.
That's his favorite. Yeah, that's his favorite Joker of all time.
Yeah.
What would have been?
So I did read from and watch. This movie has been shown to people.
No.
So I'm really hoping somehow this is going to be good. That's all I'm going to say.
We can only hope, and we can only see. You know, well, let's give it the benefit of the doubt.
I'll give it a shot. Right now, I'm disappointed.
We can't wait to see the first trailer for it. So.
Oh God.
We'll see where it goes. All right. I think that we can jump into our main event here, right? Unless we're missing anything.
Yeah.
No.
Are we missing anything?
Nope. Let's just
I
jump
think we're
right
all
in.
good.
Batman History Month. We are going to be reviewing Death in the Family. Now this is this was a sequel to Batman, the Red Hood movie.
Yes.
Sequel to that Red Hood movie that we watched. And okay, this is where I'm gonna take some credit here. I picked the movies that we review, especially for Batman History Month. So this is one of the movies that I knew we were gonna watch because it's based on a very popular comic book storyline that was pivotal and has been pivotal for Batman fans. So, and I never watched it. This would have been the first time watch for me. So I went in going like, okay, this is going to be an adaptation of Death in the Family. So I was like, cool.
So did I.
So did you.
Yeah, me too.
So here's my reaction, and we'll talk about your guys' reaction and what that. So this is on HBO Max. And it's like, I looked at the runtime, it was like hour 36 minutes. I was like, oh cool, all right, it's a full movie. Cue it up, and it's like, it's basically Batman talking to Superman in a diner.
Clark Kent.
And he's basically rehashing the entire Red Hood movie. So I'm like watching it, and I'm like,
it's just a recap. It's just...
I'm 18 minutes in. I'm like, okay, they really want to recap that movie. So I'm like, okay, I'm waiting, and they get to the end of like the recap, which is about 20 minute recap of an hour 30-minute movie, and then he gets up and he says, like, they do their pleasantries, cut to credits. I'm like, what the fuck?
Yeah, like, what
happened? I'm trying to check my browser to see, like, did it jump ahead?
Did you miss something?
And then I was like, no, it was at 20 minutes, and I'm like, oh, what is wrong?
It's
with this
lost time. You were abducted by aliens.
Either I was affected by aliens, or my browser was, or I was cursing out Xfinity or somebody.
Deleting your history.
Oh yeah, but then it jumps into like Sergeant Rock, like it jumps into a bunch of
Yeah.
different like shorts, DC animated shorts,
Uh,
which are good. But I'm like
yes,
But like,
perplexed.
where's yeah? Like, is this tie in
but
somehow to like the
no.
Batman?
What is it with DC and the misleading titles? Because it was the same thing with Constantine. Remember one of them?
Yes,
It was
yes,
like
yeah,
Constantine something, but nowhere that it really like made it clear, abundantly clear that it was a collection of shorts.
yes,
Because
yeah.
I remember like putting it on just randomly because I wanted to watch. I'm like, what the fuck am I? It's just a bunch
So
of shorts. I'm like,
Yeah, like what's going on?
and they did the same thing with this one. It's like
okay,
they don't call it like a gallery or
they don't.
something
No,
to
yeah,
give
they
you a
don't call
hint.
it. No, not at
Yeah.
all. And so I was like very puzzled at this point. So I did a little research, and
Yeah.
what I ended up finding out was like far cooler, and I'm angry that we didn't get to experience it the way. So this movie was released as an experiment from Warner Brothers Animations, where you would watch the recap, which is 20 minutes. But in that recap, there would be points where you would be able to choose whether or not at a certain point Batman dies, and see a scene where the storyline would branch into two different storylines, where you would see Robin dying or Batman dying in an explosion, and what happens
Yeah.
to Robin when Batman dies, and so on and so forth. And there were different points in the story where you would be able to choose your own adventure, basically. And there are a whole bunch of storylines and alternate endings, very cool alternate endings, by the way, that were
Hmm.
not in. I have no idea why they didn't just attach it to this streaming release.
I
So where
I
was this though?
completely
So when you get it on Blu-ray and you're playing it on your Blu-ray disc, there'll be a point where you can
you can choose like left or
choose
right and you
left
can
or right.
decide where
Yeah,
to go. Like choose your own
Uh,
adventure.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Netflix has done this. Why can't Max do it? Why didn't Max do it?
I don't know. I don't
Netflix
know.
has done it
Yeah,
plenty of times. They have like a bunch of videos dedicated to like choose your own story or your own
yeah. They
adventure.
didn't have like Black Mirror. A couple of
Yeah.
seasons of Black Mirror have that. So,
Yes.
so this movie is designed to be presented as a choose your own adventure, and it has about, honestly, I would say 15 minutes of additional footage if you all added it together and spread it out onto the
Hmm.
30-minute recap that we got. So it's a companion piece to that original movie, which we loved and is really highly regarded under the Red Hood. And this So they did adapt the Death in the Family storyline. So you get to see more of that storyline, but it's radically different than the comic book. And you get to see the post uh, uh, Red Hood kind of fallout if Batman dies. What
Hmm.
happens to Jason and the Red Hood character? Did you guys? I linked a couple things, and I think some of you were able to pull it up on YouTube. The stuff's on YouTube. You guys were able to see some of these alternate takes.
yeah, so I actually
Yeah.
saw half of them, even not knowing this was part of the Death in the Family DVD set or whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
just like stumbled upon it
So you had watched these
before.
beforehand?
Half of them.
Oh, okay,
Oh,
You
okay.
ever like go
yeah,
on
I
YouTube and
understand.
like look up whatever, and then you go down a
Sure,
rabbit hole? So I've
yeah, yeah.
actually
No,
seen
I
some
know.
of
Yeah,
these.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's fine.
yeah,
Okay,
No,
but
I'd never watched these before, so I was like, oh shit, they're pretty cool.
yeah,
yeah,
I thought they were like I said. I was really like nervous because I was like, we can't talk about a 30-minute recap on this podcast. So the reality of the situation is that we are basically reviewing those clips on YouTube because that's the new content here. Everything else has been rehashed. We talked about it in two podcasts ago. So,
Hmm.
but yeah, I mean, my take on the alternate scenes, they're they're really cool. I mean, you see some paths where Robin or Jason becomes Red Robin,
Hmm.
and I think that's when Bruce dies, right? He
yes,
goes on a warpath and he
Hmm.
basically starts. No, no, no. Bruce is
he's the one
alive
that's
when he's Red
that's
Robin.
in the explosion instead of Jason.
Yeah, you know what? Because we weren't able to see this actually in the branching way it was presented. I don't know exactly what outcome causes what event, but you have basically a reality where Jason is Red Robin, and he is basically going out and executing Batman's villains, in one point he decapitates Riddler, which I thought was
Yeah,
insane.
that was
Yes.
cool.
Insane. Yeah. And the thing he does with Black Mass was also like, I was like, damn, they're really going for the R rating on this one.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But so they do one take where he's Red Robin, where it's a redemptive arc towards the end for him, and they do another take where he's scarred, and he's basically Hush from the comic book. He's got the Hush bandages on,
Yeah, the hush
Yep.
band-aids on.
and they go into a really dark place. With I was shocked how dark they went with that ending, where Batman's not only dead, but Ra's al Ghul resurrects Batman through the Lazarus Pit, and he comes back as Zur-En-Arrh Batman, where he's basically a mindless zombie,
Mhm.
and um, they all die in a fiery explosion that's so graphic. They show you
Yes.
the charred corpses, and I was like, God damn, they are going for this R rating. Like, I did not need to see the like burnt out body of Talia al Ghul, but I got to see it. So
It's what you always wanted, I guess.
I guess so. Ed Underground, I think you are the one who are pushing for an R-rated Batman, right? We talked
Yes.
about this.
Yeah.
Is this what you want? Is this the hellscape that you always
I
wanted?
want this in a live action. I want to see brutality in the world of Gotham, in the city of Gotham.
Yeah, well, you got it, buddy.
I mean, no, this is animated. I mean, from my opinion, the DC animations, they don't miss. Well, if they do, it's rare.
Mhm.
And I really would love to see something like, I don't know, just a Red Hood or something of that caliber into a live action Batman movie. I mean, it's there. No one's just really picked it up.
Yeah, no, the Red Hood storyline is ripe for adaptation, but in order to
Yes.
pull it off successfully, you need time. You need movies to build up the Jason Todd relationship, so you could play up the betrayal, so you could play up the all the moving parts, so it hits hard and cuts deep. So I hope we'll see where they go, because the isn't the
Batman
James
2.
Gunn. No, not Batman 2. Batman 2 is happening, but the James Gunn universe has a Batman and Robin movie that's totally separate from Batman 2.
Huh.
The
Really?
Matt Reeves. Yeah. And it's based
Oh.
on the Damian and Bruce relationship.
Mhm.
What?
So, yeah, that was part of the showcase.
I didn't know this.
Yep, it's on there. It's on the slate. So we will be getting two universes of Batman simultaneously. The Matt Reeves Batman does not connect with the James Gunn universe, but he will have his own Batman. So I'm excited for that, but I hope they are able to flush that out and, give us the Red Hood story, give us the Hush story. I'm excited. We'll see where we can go from there.
I just hope they do it right. I really, really
well,
hope so.
So what did you guys think of those alternate storylines and
They're
endings?
freaking good. I just wish it was on Max. The thing that that you pay for every month would have been nice. I don't want to get like a DVD of this, which I didn't even know there was a DVD of this. But I think they're really good. I don't think any of them were like a miss. Did we really need a part 2 of the Red Hood though? That's my thing.
There's more there's more story to tell. Like when I said that this was my impression, like the death in the family is a different story in the comic book and then what we got in this movie. So I thought they were going to give us like they were going to expand on a lot of details from the flashbacks in the Red Hood movie
Yeah.
and give us a proper full death in the family, which is messed up. There's stuff in Death in the Family which is messed up. Where like I mean, at one point, Jason he goes on a quest. He goes to the Middle East basically because he's trying to find his birth mother. He finds his birth mother, and she's complicit in turning him over to the Joker, and the Joker murders him in front of his mother, and she doesn't care at all. And it is the most heartbreaking thing you will ever like read. I mean, I was watching it, and I was aware of the story when I was reading it. Sorry, but it just cuts deeper when you have that emotional connection that this kid is like he finally found his mother, and she's just a huge bitch, and she just like sold him out just because she doesn't want to go to jail, and she's in cahoots with the Joker. So I thought they were going to go down this like an even darker road for Jason, which I
Yeah.
mean, but hey, they apparently went dark already, and they were like, yeah, we don't want to make it too dark, so they didn't follow that path. But
That's right, Aaron.
yeah, so my that was my impression of what this was going to be. But no, I'm pleased with the alternate takes, but I agree with you. I wish I could see it in 4K and 1080p instead of on my phone.
On YouTube at 720 or whatever.
YouTube, but
Yeah.
basically, at one point, I was watching somebody's filming their screen, like off, like taping it off their phone. So
Wow.
it was, yeah, it was bad. It was absolutely bad. Um, yeah, Green Tuner, what'd you think of the Red Robin alternate reality?
I liked all the shorts. Again, I wish that they would have done the same thing that Netflix does and just give us the choose your own adventure.
Yeah.
Um, I'm sure HBO has the capability of doing it.
Hmm.
Because otherwise, like if we didn't know any of that and we just watched this without any of the extra content,
Yeah.
it literally is you just watched a recap, a 20-minute recap of a
I
movie
was
that we just watched not too long
I was
ago.
pissed. I was really
Yeah,
I was
genuinely
so
pissed.
confused.
yeah.
Like,
Did you
So, but
guys?
what's
yeah, put this stuff into context. It's like, okay, this makes more sense now.
Yeah.
But again, how are you supposed to know? How's anyone supposed to know unless they research it?
Did you guys watch the shorts? Like it was Sergeant Rock, it
Yes.
was Adam Strange,
Hmm.
Phantom
I
Stranger,
I
and
watched up to the
Death.
part of the last one because I was like, what is going on? I
Yeah.
was expecting, okay, one short, okay, yeah, it's a throwaway. Okay, the next one's going to be Batman, Death and Family.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's
Hmm.
another short. Like, what's going on?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm doing some
Hmm.
work in the background, waiting for this to be over. Then okay,
Hmm.
credits.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? Like what?
So
Like
of the like I would say like I enjoyed the shorts. Like what was your
I really like the
I
shorts.
like the
uh,
shorts. I was just not in the mindset to like really really enjoy it because I'm expecting Batman. I'm going to see. I go to the theater to see Batman.
sure,
Instead, I
sure.
get uh
Yeah.
Doctor
Well, I mean,
Strange.
I was prepped because, like I mentioned earlier, they did the same thing with the
Constantine.
magician. What's his name?
Uh,
Zatanna.
Zantana.
With
Constantine, you're talking about?
Constantine. Thank you.
Yeah, yeah.
With Constantine, where they had a Constantine movie and I sat down, and then it was just a bunch of shorts. So as soon as it happened with this one, I instantly recognized. I'm like, ah, shit, it's one of these short things again. Um, I really liked them, man. They tickle my fancy, especially like the one with the supernatural team,
Yeah,
where he has like a
The
Frankenstein, a
Phantom.
werewolf,
Oh
and a
the
no.
I
vampire.
believe they call Monster Squad. I think
The
they're
Monster Squad, yeah,
Yeah.
but they're
yeah.
like GIs that go in like battle Nazis.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That was pretty damn cool.
By the way,
Uh,
James Gunn already announced he's making a full animated feature film of the Monster Squad.
Really.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that was
there you
announced.
go. So that's what I'm saying. See. That's what I like about
Yeah,
like
same.
DC. Sometimes is they're not afraid to bring out their like super goofy characters.
Hmm.
Same with Adam Strange. That it it was awesome. I loved it. I loved the outfit. I loved
I love Adam
the
Strange.
powers, like the sort of Flash Gordon type adventure.
Hmm.
I didn't know the eagle people, the bird people were villains. What's the
Yeah,
one where the race that Hawk Girl comes
yeah,
from?
yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
forgot
that was kind
their
of fucking
yeah.
dark. I'm like, oh shit.
Hmm.
So, yeah, and then the last one, I mean, I
It was
don't
the
think
death from.
the
That's
death
where
one,
actually
Nah,
it
I
was
didn't see
well
that one.
it was well told and everything, but it's like
not. It was the least
it was
interesting.
very out of place
Yes, yeah.
because we literally just watched like super bombastic, weird shit, and then you hit us with, like this Sixth Sense sort of, like it didn't fit with the rest of the other
Well, really
shorts.
missing Creamcast because he was hot on the Sandman series. So that's the death from Sandman. So it's kind of it would have been cool to get his take on that. But that character, um,
Oh, that chick was from Sandman.
Yeah, she's Sandman's.
Oh,
She's Morbius's brother or sister. Blah.
Really?
Morbius's sister. Yeah, she's Death.
oh,
Yeah.
oh, that's cool. See, that's the thing though. I don't know enough about Sandman to pick up on that.
Me either.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And then the Phantom Stranger one was okay.
It was okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
I
when I started to
enjoyed
fall off.
the Saturday morning cartoon thing to it, where it was basically like the Scooby Doo gang
Mhm.
getting murdered by that energy vampire.
Yes,
But
I thought it
aside
was
from that,
fun.
it was like, yeah, I mean, it was fun for what it was.
Yeah.
But my favorite is probably the Adam Strange. I think out of all of them,
Same.
yeah.
I think it's
Uh,
cool.
And
I guess. Well, I
I
didn't
don't
see
know.
the last
I
one.
like that thing. I like the Rocketeer. I like those like pulp, like old
Pulp Heroes.
timey, yeah, like future space, Flash Gordon type of thing. I don't know that I really liked it,
It was good.
and then it was
It's
pretty fucking violent too. Like the deaths of the like when the mind creatures came out. Like remember there was one where like they spit like some sort of acid on his face, and you actually saw the guy's face melt. People were getting like cut in half, like getting their brains smashed out, and everything was like detailed. Like
yeah.
all the gore was like drawn in detail. I was like, oh, this is awesome.
Mm.
I just think I was expecting Batman. That's why I was like, the mood is like not there. I wasn't ready for that.
Yeah,
So I mean it's good. It's just it wasn't what I was in the mood for. It's like going to see, Batman, but instead it's lamb chop or something. I don't know.
lamb chop.
Yeah, just some I don't know, just throwing some out there. I mean they're both equally good. It's just that's not what I kind of came to see.
Mm.
So maybe
Okay,
It was
well,
unexpected
which
for
one did
sure.
you prefer out of them, even if you didn't enjoy them as much?
uh I would say Adam Strange.
Adam
Yeah.
Strange
Yeah,
too.
the other
Okay.
ones were like, okay. Start to kind of
Mm.
fall off, but I mean, they're good.
I
I
would say
think it.
Adam
Yeah.
Strange and the Sergeant Rock I really enjoyed just because of the like I really like the like I mean me you guys know that I love Indiana Jones, so anytime you get
Yeah,
Yeah.
Nazis as villains, like it just makes it so much more enjoyable
Mm.
to see them getting decked and punched and so I mean, and then the classic monsters, I thought that was real cool. I'd love for them to do a live action version of that.
That's
So
gonna be pretty badass.
yeah,
you
but
know what?
it's
I changed my
mhm.
mind. That's actually my favorite because it was unexpected that those zombie guys um were his original buddies, his soldiers.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I would say that was my favorite one. I
Okay.
did like that one more than any other ones.
All right.
Cool.
All right. I guess we're only thing left for us to do is throw down our blurs here. Now that we have the full context
Hmm.
of the additional scenes, the alternate endings, and these like shorts as a whole, what do you guys give Death in the Family? How many blurries?
Um, I'll give it s- a 6.
Hmm, 6.
Ooh,
Mm.
wow.
Yeah, and
Ed?
I mean, it's above average. It's just I didn't consume it the right way, or
Same.
how it was meant to be consumed,
Mm-hmm.
and I just can't. Even knowing all the other information, that's just how I consumed it. It's just not gonna change for me
Sure.
until I actually sit down and watch it the proper way. Maybe my opinion of it will change.
You fucked up,
Um,
HBO. You fucked
They
up.
did.
yeah, yeah, exactly. You know what I did? I turned around and I looked at my friends and I'm like, "You guys want to leave?" And then I just left my house.
What?
Mm-hmm. There you go.
Hmm.
There you go.
Hmm.
So you're
Um,
pulling an ad basically.
An ad, yes, exactly.
Sweet. I would have to give this. It's difficult because if it wasn't kind of like Green 200, if HBO would have done this properly, maybe it would have been a higher rating. But I feel like I had to
Hmm.
like search for it, dig for it, like some kind of secret treasure. So
Hmm.
I'll give it a 7.
Ah, there you
And
go.
and it's the brutality I want to, but it's just like I gotta search for this thing. So yeah, I give it a 7.
The brutality.
Yeah. The
What do you mean the
deaths.
brutality?
The
The
deaths.
deaths?
Oh, the
Yes.
just the hardcoreness of the
Yes. In the
Um,
world of Batman, yes.
Is that what gets your rocks off, you fucking freak?
Maybe.
Look, I'll be honest. I thought that originally this was scoring pretty damn low because of
Mhm.
I thought we were gypped.
Yeah.
So I was gonna give it 3 or a 4 because I was like, "What the hell is this?"
Yeah.
Even though the other shorts were good, I felt like the rug was pulled here. But having known the alternate scenes are awesome. The alternate
yeah.
endings are awesome.
The
Even though they're
alternates are some, yeah.
short. I love Batman, Zur-En-Arrh Batman. So the ability to get to see him in any capacity automatically boosts it up for me. So I'll give it a 7.5. I think it was good. Again, I'm with Green Tuner here that probably if we saw it in the experience we were meant to have, like an interactive choose your own adventure Batman movie, amazing. The
It's
concept is
amazing,
amazing.
yeah. Come on. We should have more of those, especially with Batman being a detective.
Mhm.
There's so many possibilities of doing like choose your own adventure, especially for Batman. I'm
Mhm.
just surprised that they haven't done it. Seeing how they have the rights to it. But whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
Lost opportunity.
Well, we will we'll have to wait another year to see if we can get another bite at that apple because this wraps up yet another Batman History Month for the Blurred
Mhm.
Podcast, a proud celebration and reflection that
With
we
deep,
partake in.
deep roots.
And I'll
wow.
throw down the Batman quote here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh God.
We shall overcome
Oh.
because the arc of the moral universe is long,
Mm-hmm.
but it bends towards justice.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
They put that. So that is great. Quote. It has justice in there and morals. So
Justice.
good job, Batman.
Good job, Batman.
Justice.
But yeah, no. Hopefully, you know what? We might get a little residual BHM when Creamcast comes back. We'll get his takes maybe, just to shake a little bit of the last Batman out of the pocket, whatever's left, and then we'll have to wait towards next year. So, but I thought it was fun this year.
It was fun.
Yeah, it was fun. There was not you know what I wish we can do maybe next time?
Mhm.
I want to revisit like the old Batman. West Batman.
Wes?
You know what I mean? We just outside our norm, like the Batman movie, the OG one. That would be pretty damn cool.
Green Tier, I have some ideas for next year. That if you like that, I think you're gonna like a couple of the ideas that I have. I got to keep it fresh somehow, some way. So
Yeah, exactly.
but Batman is forever. It's perpetual.
Batman.
We will always be celebrating BHM in some capacity.
Mm-hmm.
At Underground,
1,000 years from now,
yeah,
people will be like, "Wait, who's Dr. King?" But Batman, they'll know who Batman is. You know what I mean?
Wow.
you had a dream.
Oh.
At Underground, take us out.
Oh,
Take
my
us out with that,
goodness.
buddy.
Should I do it in that Batman voice?
Sure, why not?
Well, everybody, this has been episode 150 of the Blurd.
What the hell is this?
Yeah,
Okay, hold on.
It's supposed to be
Never,
Christian
never,
Bale. It's like
never
Christian
have I
Bale.
ever wanted you to go back to the annoying Heath Ledger impression than I do now.
Oh,
I
hold
don't
on,
Leto.
no. Ed, Jared Leto Joker request.
Ooh.
No, I can't do
Yeah,
it.
you
It'd
can.
be
Come
like
on, Ed.
this.
Come on.
This
Yeah, you
is
can do
an
it.
episode 115.
Ugh. Ugh.
No, hold on. I could do a Batman voice.
No, Ed, no. Don't even try the Batman voice. It's no. This is disrespectful to not only Batman, to all the leaders.
What would the Riddler sound like?
What would he sound like? Swear to me. I don't know. My name is Edward Nigma. I know where the Batman is. I know who Creamcast is. He is Robin.
This is not. That's not even an impression.
That's the Riddler.
That's not even an impression, though. Of what?
That is of the Riddler. Don't you know it?
Yeah,
It's
no,
world
obviously.
famous. Okay.
Yeah, the world famous.
Yeah,
commercial.
exactly.
Yeah.
That's like saying it's a me, Mario. It's a recognizability.
And
What was
I
that?
urge you, for the sanctity of Batman History Month, this is the one time I will ask you to do the Heath Ledger Joker voice to take us out.
What?
Please. Take us out in the appropriate way.
Well, you see, what would you describe as appropriate? There could be many of things. Really, there's only one way. One true way. One glorious way of being appropriate. Unfortunately, Creamcast isn't here. You know, look, here, come closer. Look at me. Look at me. I know who Creamcast is. He's Robin. But for those wondering where he is, he's currently at home, listening ever so clearly to the Blrd podcast. This has been episode 115. Don't worry, there'll be more. You can find us on all major platforms, on Twitch and YouTube and whatnot. But you can also find us on Spotify and all major podcasting platforms. Oh, but you can always find us here on twitch.tv/the Blrd podcast.
You know, Pedro Mac and everyone else who requests this horseshit, I hope you had your fill.
Oh, but wait, there's more.
Shitty impression. All right. Blur you later. Come on, man.
Oh, blur you later.
Blur you later.
You're all
Blur
gonna
you
get it.
later.